We are so nervous as well.
But
don't mind us.
Please don't mind it. Please let this one slide.
All fun.
So what we want right now for all you guys out there is we want you to comment in the comments, the live comments, and tell us where you guys are all tuning in from, whether you guys are watching from your watch parties in Homeview or in Coomera. Just tell us where you're tuning in from, or even if your parents just tuning in from, from church. We all just want to know where you're tuning in from. We do have a giveaway, so just help us out. Get in the comments.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and also make sure to like and comment and subscribe. And if you want to see more, put the bell at the bottom.
Ding, 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 ding.
It'll help out a lot. As Graham mentioned earlier, we've got a giveaway coming up at the middle of the podcast, so make sure you stay tuned. This is what it looks like. That's what you get to see for now. So if you want to know more, you got to stay around.
Alright, some quick updates for you guys out there is obviously we have our Sunday services.
Yep.
9 a.m. at Advanced Cinemas in BMAX 1. Also with Youth for Swords, we have out throughout the whole week on Mondays, Tuesdays. Hit us up in the DMs and we'll give you all the locations. As well, we have a gender split night next week for our youth. So tune in for our updates on our stories and you'll get to know all about that for next week. Also, what happens at the end of the month, we have our youth services, which are fire. Our last one we had, wasn't that good, guys? I reckon it was good.
That was very fun.
Very, very cool.
It was a lot of fun, and if you didn't get to go, you missed out because it was that much fun.
Yep. Can't wait for the next
Heard.
Our up and coming youth service. We have a few things that's jumping in, and I'll hand it over to Breean to let you know what some of our stuff's going on.
So recently one of our very own youth, her name's Naomi, has recently started her own brand, Forevernaiomi, doing an all-new pop-up store at the monthly youth services. Forevernaiomi is a clothing brand that is originally designed by Naomi. She designs and sells trendy, affordable, unique and high-quality clothing. And she has recently launched her latest products, including denim jeans, dresses, and a wide range of different tops will be available at the youth service. So make sure you check her out on her socials. On Instagram, it's at Forever Naomi Co. Same on Facebook. Also, I just wanted to say how proud I am of her, because that's a big deal to be able to step out and do something that you're passionate about in front of everyone. And I know she's doing really well, and I just wanted to let her know that I'm so proud of you, Naomi. It's so cool. And
wow. We're just gonna see how much of you actually listen and comment in the live comments. So we're just getting that up. Just bear with us for just a few seconds while we check in. Because again, what we did say is we have a giveaway for 3 masks. We're going to be choosing 3 people at random for these masks. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you what it looks like.
don't put it on. You got to give it to people.
No, I'm not putting it on.
He might
There
have
it goes.
already.
We may have already put it
What
on.
it says is it's same word, it's our logo. We're going to give that away to 3 people.
Hey, why are we named Say Word?
Say word.
Why are we named Say Word? We are named Say Word. Okay. So Say Word is a saying, obviously. If you haven't heard it before, it's pretty much the same as like bet or like honest to who. It's a fact check. Like you can't come against that, and if you do, then you gotta have the facts. So that's why we wanted to make that our name.
Yeah.
Because pretty much anything we say, you gotta fact check. That's on purge. But this is pretty much just a chill thing. Like we didn't want it to be really intense where we're just talking at you. We want to talk with you. So if you guys want to jump in and say anything or ask us questions, don't hesitate. This is our thing, not our thing. So jump in.
And obviously now looking at our live comments, just a shout out to Rani and all the Logan lot at Jonas and Sandra's house. Who else do we have in there? We have
Olivia, you're at home by yourself.
Hi, Olivia.
Olivia Hurst at home with a good smiling face. Woo! Ooh, and Alakai Cullis. Woo! From Lillingworth House.
Yay!
Thank
was in Beck's house, so hi everyone.
Let me just confirm
Thanks
with our
for
producers
watching.
if we're gonna be giving our giveaway yet. No. No, we won't. No, we won't be giving it out. Anyways, we're just gonna let you guys know all about us, our backgrounds, how long we've been in church, youth, a bit about ourselves. So we're gonna start with Destiny.
Destiny!
Woo! Hi guys, my name is Destiny Hironi. I am 20. That's a bit gross to
We
say.
all are.
Not him.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were
He's still a baby.
Who's born in the same year though?
I've been in church since I was born into church. Been in church my whole life. And yeah, and this is how I know these two, my mates.
My mates.
Yeah.
But we didn't all meet at the same time. Them two grew
No.
up together. I came in at the 14-year-old mark. And that's how
Oh, that's so ages ago. I've known Graham since he was
it feels like a
5.
lifetime.
That's a long time. So yeah, next.
So how long you took to?
She just said that.
15 years?
Let me get to what I'm trying to say, guys. Let me try and get to what I'm going to say. So we're in Destiny School together, so that's our church school back in Auckland.
I remember his first day at school, guys.
I remember it.
We were lining up and he walked in because he didn't have uniform yet because he joined like a few days
WWE.
late. He had a wrestling t-shirt on. I'm pretty sure it was Rey Mysterio, and he had like 3/4 pants on. He would wear shorts that like longer than your.
Hey,
kneecaps.
my mum
This
dressed
is-
me. My mum dressed me. I didn't dress myself.
Yeah, that was the swag of Graham for ages.
I met him at school too. We came.
It was
No.
it was when you guys came over for youth conference.
Yeah, that was when you were at school. Me and Adi. No, that was. Oh, anyway, we came over and then me and Adi came to school together. No, you were in Christchurch. Yeah. But then he was in detention when we met.
Hey. What I can say is I was a very good boy. I always my battle style was moving.
He used to get jealous that I was stronger than him at parkour at running. And then when I left school, he was happy. He was the strongest.
Yeah, no comment on that one.
No.
Well, what about me? My name's Graham. I'm 19 years old. Obviously born in Auckland, New Zealand. Came over when I was year 9. And I went to Ormo Woods. That's where we all went.
Yeah, we all went to school together. Same church, same school.
And it was my first public school, so it was a way different environment to Destiny School, being in a private school.
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad that I went to Destiny School to learn their education. We had TEP, which is
Taught
like
us
spiritual
lots,
classes.
eh?
Didn't you get house captain?
Yes.
My guy fought his way to the top.
But hey, when the opportunity for me to become a leader, I take that and I raised that
That's-
bar and I set that platform. Platform. My house started taking challenges out and we won overall.
Did you?
Yeah, we
Oh.
won.
What are you, Kofi?
Oh,
Oh, oh my
Bandari.
sorry.
I was in
I was in Roxino.
the yellow house, which explains it.
Yeah. What about you, Breean? How long have you been in church for? Actually, no.
Introduce
I
yourself.
was-
Okay.
I was born in church. Not born obviously, but once I was born, I was dedicated as a baby. I was alright place. I used to be in kids church, running sound, running events, even as a little kid, like
Hey, share your story of what you put on.
10 years old. What's something like that? Alright place, a lot of your oldies. It was where the kids church had their area. It was a big area. And I was their sound guy plus back screen. I was a bit naughty and I said something on the screen. I said something and I kind of got banned from doing any sound or any kids church thing ever for about a good.
Do you want to elaborate on what you wrote on the
I
screen?
ain't gonna elaborate just in case we have little kids out there. But hey, I was peer pressured. I had a friend of me who peer pressured me. Yeah. But hey, God forgives me.
Yes.
A few years later, I started joining back in kids' church and I started doing church.
I thought this was like when it was
No, this is
I
church.
was young. As I said, I was born as a leader, and I've always been leading things, kids' church. Now look, here with the youth over here, we're going hard, and it's talking about our youth as well. It's been amazing to see the growth and the difference of the culture within our youth ministry. Anyway, this is enough about myself. You get to know about me a little bit later. Breean, how long have you been in church?
Hi. Hang on. I heard that some people said it's quiet, so I hope you can hear me now. But I've been in church, born and raised. We went to church in Rotorua though, so not Auckland. And it was funny though, because usually even though you go to a different church, like if it's Destiny Church, you all know each other anyway. So I thought that I would have already met these two, but I knew everyone around them, but not them. But
We're the OGs.
anyway, I was born and raised in church. I moved to Australia when I was 11, so 2012, and that was when the church was so different to what it is now, and that's why I'm so proud of where it's at the moment, and that I'm still a part of it. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I met both of them at youth conference. The first one ever, I think. Yeah, it was the first one ever. Yeah. Yeah, moving. I still have the lanyard from it.
Yes.
And I still have the jersey that we bought.
That was
which
actually
is
really cool.
vintage now,
Yeah,
but
I felt left out there, because I felt left out there, because all of them had the merchandise and all the
They
cool
just
things.
started it,
So
eh?
the year after, then the year after, when they didn't come, I made the exact same jumper and I rocked it up, and everyone was like, "Oh, that's fun." Hey, I didn't spend $100.
you can be like me.
All of you guys out there, for some of you, just to go and say, "Oh no, that's done, that's on."
Anyway. So we all met at youth conference. Now that I think back here, I did meet you at your house, except I didn't actually meet him at his house because we went and I walked in and he didn't say anything, and then we left, and then he friend requested me on Facebook.
That's because I was shirtless. I was shirtless.
He's still shirtless and it doesn't change.
I was shirtless and I didn't have a six-pack and some...
When have you ever had a six-pack?
Never. Never. So if you're a personal trainer out there, guys, if you have a personal trainer, just hit me up, guys. Hit me up. Because, I need some work. My dad's been trying his best. But I didn't see... Yeah, I ain't going to come back. Anyway. I love you, Dad. I love you, though. I love you.
Oh, yeah, anyway, I was borderline not going to accept his friend request because he doesn't even come say hi to me, so that was that. But then the next time we met, he was in detention, so I couldn't speak to him there. So I don't actually remember the first time we spoke, but I remember the first time Destiny and I spoke. When we first met, it was like...
Friends forever.
And it's been like that ever since. And oh, hello.
Oh, hi, Los. Olivia Jane Teriyaki.
I'm just looking at the live comments, guys. So it's if you want to shout out, just say something, and we'll shout you guys.
Jonah said, share what you wrote.
Hey?
Share what you wrote.
That was
share
like
what you wrote. That's that's a bit. Okay, well, we'll go to it. We're gonna be a bit raw tonight. Well,
bro.
Hopefully I don't get in trouble for this or anything. But you
say
asked for
the
it.
word.
You asked for it. I'm not gonna. Well, I wrote the bad word, the F word. All right. I wrote that. I don't know why. It was straight that word. All right. And I wrote it, and a lot of these young kids looked at it, and looked straight at the back of me. So all of you church members that you see something go wrong at church with the sounds, and you guys look straight at Matthew, Shania, or Ezra. Exactly how I felt when I was a little kid.
But who would write that on the church big screen? Well, kids' church.
Someone
A good
that was
example would
just
write that.
out of it. I'm out of it, guy. I'm just, yeah, I don't know.
No,
Little
you're
kids
straight
play
to
up
you.
all the time. No one's perfect. Anyways, what we're gonna talk while we're here. We're gonna start talking about serving. So, what are you guys serving with our youth in church? What do you do on Sundays, Breean?
So I am in the tech team and the tech team, yeah. And if you want to be like me, I choose you. Come join the tech team because one person on a camera is not enough. 1.5 people on a camera is not enough. But yeah, so pretty much what we do is the stuff. Well, actually, it's mainly Glenn. So shout out to Glenn for doing most of it. If you see the stories,
What's goody,
or
Glenn?
if you come to church on Sunday, you know Glenn. So it's pretty much Glenn's tech team and. Sorry. You joined the tech team.
Nice. What about you, Destiny? What do you do? Do you serve in youth ministry or church? What do you do?
Well, lately I've been trying to help out with the posts, with our youth posts, and I did my first little sound man thingy at our youth service, and it was really cool. So I'm gonna do that. Yeah, that's me. Yeah. What about you, sir?
I'm liking all these Graham, shot Grahams. Thanks, guys. Keep it up now. Anyway, and my co-host. But anyway, so what was the question? Co-host? We're hosts? Hosts, aren't we? Are we?
No, yeah.
What was your question to me, sorry?
What do you do on Sunday?
What do I do on Sunday is,
And the earpiece.
hey,
And a bones.
nice to meet you, Graham. Anyways, what I would like to say is I have the privilege and the honor of serving our pastors, and within that ministry as well. I ain't gonna go too much into details of what I do, but obviously serving our pastors. I love doing it. I've done it since I joined up with bro Leroy. What was it? Maybe at the start, maybe a few months before COVID actually started, and I've just gone hard with it, with Leroy and the team. Also, what else do I do? I set up the signs in the morning. Now I have a few other boys that do it, so that makes it easier for me. Shop boys,
Well done.
Rome's, Conrad, and the boys that decide to come once every Sunday. And for youth, I've just, I'm running my Youth with Swords, so on Tuesday nights.
Well done.
Tuesday nights in Ormo, I'm going to plug that with, you guys don't know yet, but it's going to be Roman, Kana, and Alakai. Alakai Callis! You're in with me, bro. None of these, I'm working far away, or I've got to babysit, or I'm babysitting. You bring the kids with you, man. Anyways, yep, that's Tuesday nights. What else do I do throughout the week? On Friday, we got our youth. Actually, I'm going to plug Saturday nights, or Saturday days with Era. We're going to be launching that in a few weeks, hopefully. Me and my fiance Rachel.
Woo!
Yes, we're engaged, planning getting married in a couple of months. So
Yes,
please
sir.
don't always question, when are you getting married? When are you getting married? I've got too many people saying that where it's pressuring me. Peer pressure, guys. Peer pressure. It's not good. Anyway, what about you, Destiny?
What about me? What?
Yeah. Sorry, we're just looking at this the live messages.
No, okay, what's a good question? How did you and Rachel meet?
Why is it about me?
Well, you brung up your engagement.
Oh, right.
We are not currently engaged, nor are we looking to be, so you can talk about it.
Me and Rachel, we met at KFC. So I'm a shift supervisor. We both. She was my boss at the time as well. That's how we met.
That was the
I brought her to church.
Nice.
She's going hundies with church. Now we're obviously going to be leading a ministry in youth, which is ERA 18 plus group.
That's so cool.
Yeah, we're leading it now. You probably wouldn't.
Surprise
She'll probably be
everybody.
laughing at this right now. anyways, yeah, but yeah, that's
Just quickly, I wanted to say, you're so cool, Rachel. Like, usually when couples get together outside of church, it's the person in church that leaves for, that love. But what she did was come into church, learn our culture, and fully just run with it. So that's something to be so proud of, and everyone looks up to you for that, Rachel. So I hope you know that.
thanks to Graham. Woo! Thanks. Yeah. Teamwork.
Love you, Rachel. I love you, Rachel.
Rachel.
Put it off with
Pew,
it.
pew, pew, pew.
Pew, 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 pew.
She's still your boss. Go down.
Oh, what did Lily say?
Oh,
Graham also still.
sorry,
still
we're
on
reading the
silent.
question.
Oh, okay. Thank you for
I'll
your
be-
questions.
I'll
Keep
be-
asking
I'll
us
be-
questions.
Teriyaki.
We're gonna go through the questions.
I'll be honest
and
with
answer them.
that. The reason why I'm in Sound of Destiny is so I actually don't know why. I think I actually I don't have an answer for that. What were some personal struggles you experienced with your walk with Christ? Also, if you fell off the All right. So one of the questions we have from can you just scroll up a bit, please? Can you go back up
Can you
to,
go back to Lily's?
Lily's comment? So what her Olivia Jane's question was: what were some personal struggles you have experienced with the walk of Christ, and also if you fell off the track, how did you get back on? Breean.
That's a pretty deep question, actually.
That's a cool question.
That's
Thank
a really
you.
good one. Thank you, Lily. What were some personal struggles? For me, I never denied my love for God, nor did I forsake that He was real. But it was curiosity, I think, that got me off track. And with that, when you're curious, you want to try everything, and that's what I did. Maybe in the future podcast, we'll be able to go more into detail about that. But when you fall off the track, it's pride that keeps you away, and I had a lot of that. So it was the start of this year when Disney's dad passed away, and that for me, that for me was like a switch in my head, and that made me question my morals and question, my pride, bring me back to reality and make me see what was worth it and what wasn't. And so when I finally took a step back and was able to be like, okay, I know this is what God has in store for me, so I guess I'll go back. It wasn't a simple thing. It was a lot of things that I had to get over and overcome, and I had to, I don't know how to say it, but I had to, I knew that when I was gone, I knew that I was going to come back, and when I was going to go 100%, and that's what I did. So as soon as I think it was in March, as soon as I was like, oh, that's me, then that was me, and it's been me ever since. So
Proud of you for that.
thanks. For anyone that is struggling with that pride at the moment, let it go. It's not worth it. The life I live now compared to the life I lived before has so much more clarity, so much more peace, and I am able to have a goal in mind and walk towards that goal, and the rewards that are compared to what I could have had and what I will have if I keep walking this path is just so. Sorry for talking long, but that's the answer to the question. Thank you, Lily. Love you, Lily.
Some of my personal struggles. I left for a little bit. I was on my own little. We were on our own little journey. I guess it was a waste of time. Looking back at it, it was why? But I guess when I found out my dad got sick, it really took me off the edge. I always just wanted to leave or whatever and do my own thing and be away from it. But when he passed away, like the whole journey was, I don't know. I knew, it was peaceful. It was, I don't know, a big life changer. I was gonna say thank you. Yeah, as it is. But yeah, as soon as my dad passed away, I had this like big thing inside me, like realizing like, damn, my parents didn't join church 20 years ago for no reason. They walked this path for a reason, and I only realized that when he left, but that's okay. And but yeah, I'm very thankful for that. And also, you off track. How did you get back? I got back because of my dad. Yeah, his thing was, yeah, I don't know, my dad. Woo!
Yes! Good, Graham.
Oh, I already answered that questions with my other ones. Well, Destiny, will you consider learning how to mix main service sounds so you can help with
Sure.
events for youth?
Honestly, sure. It gives me something to do instead of me having an excuse saying, oh, I might do this or that. So yes, I will consider learning how to mix that. Sorry, the comment disappeared, but yes, I will consider that as well. Teach me.
My bad. This mic stand? I'll answer that question, by the way. You probably hear me very clear. My walk with Christ, yeah, I reckon it's been good. I'm not the outseen type of guy that goes or that hasn't been partying. Not saying I don't condemn that. Like I don't,
You don't hate people that do it.
Okay.
You're hired. Sorry.
Sorry.
Yes.
But obviously I've never drunk, I've never smoked, never even thought of doing it. I probably joked around with doing it, but I've never actually touched it or wanting to do it. And I'm proud of that. You know, obviously we do our AA abstinence within our culture. Me personally, what's the word I'm after? Sorry guys. The word I'm after is ashamed, to be honest. Ashamed that I didn't take that stand earlier. Like, doing AA. Like, not saying I've broken it. I'm saying I'm like to be fully in the culture of our youth, of our church. I wish I took the pledge, with the AA crew when I first heard of it, when I first done it. But the opportunity has arisen again that me and my fiance will be taking it. Even though obviously we're getting married, we wanted to have that culture within, our relationship, our marriage, and our future, because that's what I believe in. As well, my walk has been fine. Hey. My walk has been fine. Besides my physique. Is it physique?
Don't ever do that, please.
Physique?
Not on the
Physique?
couch.
So again, if there's any personal trainers, hit me up. I'm very. What's the word? I'm very. No, I'm not. I'm very stubborn. So if you can put up with a stubborn person, my last name's Stubbing. So Graham Stubbing. There you go. But hey, I'm wanting change. So hopefully you guys can help me out there in the comments.
For anyone who was curious about what is AA, it means absolute abstinence, which means you absolutely abstain from drugs, sex, and alcohol for the rest of your life. It doesn't matter what you've done beforehand, but once you put that ring on your finger, that's the commitment to your future without drugs, sex, or alcohol. Yep. That's something that we'll talk more about, because that's something that I'm actually doing in October, the 21st, I believe. So if you're interested or want to do that, come to youth, learn about it, and come to church, and follow us on the page.
Lily Jane.
Lily!
I'm you off this.
Yes,
comment
I like
section.
that. I like that, Lily. What is one thing What is one thing you guys look for in a person or like a guy, like your future husbands? What is one thing? Was it one thing or a few things? Thanks, Lily. I like those questions. Keep bring them up.
I don't.
There is no looking.
Yeah, there is no looking at the moment. There hasn't been for a while.
Just let
So,
us live.
if
Hey,
you want to
Lily,
keep asking
I
that
asked
question,
you the same
this
question
is
back.
the answer. Go.
I asked you the same question back, Lily.
Oh yeah, Lily. What are
Yeah.
you? Oh yeah, I actually only look at God.
What were you gonna say?
But for me at the moment, that's nothing that I'm looking for. So, yep, go Destiny.
I'm not looking either, but
If it happens, if
But
it
if you're
happens, it happens. But I'm
rich-
not.
ladies, God created man and woman. Man and woman.
so what are you trying to say?
1 and 1 makes 2. People, you probably don't like what I just said.
Yes, just not right now.
Yeah. Just not right now.
Unless you're rich.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Your dad's fit, lad. Ask him.
Yeah, why can't your dad train you?
My dad's tried many times. And when I mean many times, it's still
Remember when we used to go for walks around the basin?
it's still to this day, like every day, every morning. He'll walk past my room. Oi, get up. Get up, go to the gym. Go to the gym. If it's not that, it's, oi, what are you eating? Hey, look at the guts. And it's good because it's I have what I have to look like is I'm probably not very rich. I don't know my words properly, guys. English is my second language, but my dad's you probably know him as gym freak. He goes to the gym every day. I want to be like him, yeah, I do, but it's not easy losing weight, guys. It is not easy. So you people that have lost some weight and look like a six-pack abs person, I applaud you. But it's not easy, because food is a demon. Food is a demon. Hey, Jonah and Huts. I remember you guys saying that, and I thank you for saying that, Jonah. But the thing is, I don't listen. I'm stubborn. And it's not that easy. It is not that easy when you work at Kentucky Fried Chicken, guys.
My guy, I'm gonna think him for a little bit. My guy will take videos on Snapchat of him biting a chicken, chucking it out, biting chicken, chucking it out.
If you're from KFC, don't think we actually do that. We don't do that specifically. That's don't even. I'm probably get in trouble for that. But hey, that's when I was a cook. That was my first year. I was apprentice. I'll race you both tomorrow. I'll race you tomorrow at the birthday to the table of food.
Lala's birthday.
Happy birthday, Lala!
Happy birthday. She's 21.
I think she's watching. Happy birthday, Lala. She's 21. Yeah, that's a big deal. You can.
Jazz can sing.
Hey, brother Mason. Can I just read Mason's comment? For someone who is wanting change but does not... Okay, all right. We're getting a bit more serious. For someone who is wanting change but does not know where to start or look, what is some advice to give them on what to do?
Go to church.
For someone who is wanting change. Sorry, I've got to repeat this question to process in my brain.
Breean's got us.
For someone who's, I think what you have to start with is, what do you want to change? Like if you know what you want to change, that gives you direction. So say you want to, for lack of a better example, it's No, it's not. Sorry.
She fully.
Anyway, for someone who wants to, hang on, what was this? Graham, man. Sorry, Mason. Go. I lost it. Oh, no, hang on. Sorry. Here we go. When you've got that direction of what you want to change, for example, like I want to lose weight. So you know you want to lose weight. Then you have that starting point. You can go from, okay, well, obviously that means I need to look at my diet. Obviously it means I need to look at what I need to do to lose weight, like exercise and stuff like that. So if you want to change your mental health, what about your mental health is bugging you? Like, what about it is the thing that you want to change? I can speak from experience with that when I say that once you know what you want to change in your mind, you're able to go from there. So Mason, what do you want to change?
And you definitely like have to want to, or else you're going to keep fighting with the I need to change or I'm looking for this. But if you really want to and you like really want to, you will.
Can I say this, Mason? Come back to church and youth, brother. I saw you. Yeah, honestly, I saw you. I met. I think it was a month ago. No prayer pressure, bro. But come. We can have a one-on chat, brother. We can have a one-on chat. We can catch up. Have a corridor.
One-on chat.
Nah, guys, you know my English. But yeah, I miss you, brother Mason. We all do. Come back to youth, brother. What else is there, guys? Any other questions? Who have been some of your inspiration and role models and why? Ooh.
BTS. Stream BTS. That's it.
It depends. It depends which and what. I've got many inspirations and role models. But I think growing up, who was my growing up person there? Growing up, I always was inspired by my brother. I was always inspired by him, Bill's, just that group of boys that always came over in the garage and hanged out and chilled. That's what inspired me, not to be big, not to eat, but just inspired me for performing in youth through, serving in church, and all I saw from them was church or youth. That's all I saw. I didn't see all the behind the scenes. And if you check their podcast out, you probably will know what I'm talking about. But I didn't see all that. All that. But I'm talking about all the stuff that I saw with my own eyes. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted to be when I grow up. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, the camera's here. I'm looking at it because I'm a bit nervous. But yeah, that's my inspiration when growing up. Now, and my dad. My dad's been always my inspiration. I always wanted to be that fit freak like him. I think it'll take a few more years to be like that. My mental change. Anyway, what about you, Destiny?
A role model for me, probably my mum. Honestly, strongest woman I know, been through heaps, but she's a fighter and I love her and I'm so proud of her. You're doing amazing, mum. You look amazing. Love you. But yeah, my mum.
That's what you said.
Leroy, don't you ever just bring in your 10 cents into the chat after just how long we've been live? Should we play? Love you too. Can you scroll up to all the other comments, please, if there's any more? Oh, growing up in church, were there any expectations on you? And if you did, how has that affected you? Nah, for me personally, I've just known church. Is that what you mean? Growing up in church, were there any expectations on you? My brother obviously served. My sister went to church as well. Well, not Destiny Church, but my family was a church-going family. Obviously my parents decided when, I think maybe it was when my brother was born. My mum, I'm pretty sure if I got the story right, that my mum's quit smoking and all that stuff. And obviously living that church life, she ended up going to Destiny Church. Anyway, it's not about it's about me. But obviously, that's the reason why. Actually, my family are the reason why I decided to be in church, to keep going to church, to go youth, to be involved with everything that has to do with Destiny Church. I've been to other churches, yes, but I feel like Destiny Church is home. Like the relationships that we built. If you're an outsider, yes, it might be hard for you to understand who we are. It might be hard for you to understand our relationships we have. You might not even understand our culture, but if you stay in longer, if you change your mindset, if you have that, what's the word that I'm looking for? If you want that change, I just stay longer in our youth and just feel us, hear us out. And maybe you can get that change that you're after. But hey, that's enough about me.
Growing up in church, were there any expectations on you? I don't know about expectations. I guess for myself, growing up in church, all I know is church on Sunday, hang out with friends. I went to Destiny School, so that's pretty much church as well. How's it affected your expectations? Damn, I don't know how to answer that.
Lily's got the best questions. Shout out to Lily.
I'm sure there are any expectations. I don't know. I guess when you, like for me, when I stepped out and did my own thing, I didn't think people would judge me or anything. But for myself, it was like a big thing in my head that, you're doing wrong. Get your bum back to church and everything will be so much better. And it was, and it has been. And yeah, I'm thankful for church and growing up in church. It's the best thing ever. And legit, all my friends are from church.
Not even friends, are like family.
No,
we're
and comfy with each other everywhere. Anywhere.
If you're from, if you've grown up around it, the same thing as family. It's not friends. The bond is so much deeper. I can't even call the people I grew up with friends. I call them cousins because it's not a friendship. It's just family, and so that's what you got to call it. Sorry, I cut you off.
No, it's fine.
I can't remember the question.
Any expectations going on?
For me, I think it's similar but a little bit different. So my parents are elders in the church. They run it like they've been there from the beginning, and if I dare say, they've had a lot to do with putting the church in where it is now. And I'm not taking away from anyone else who's put in the hard yards, but I've seen my parents not sleep for 2-3 nights and just put in the hard yards anyway. So in terms of expectations for me, I think people expect expectations from my parents on me, but the thing is my parents aren't that people, aren't that type of people. So for my parents, what matters to them is our own walk with God, and they have that understanding, and I'm so lucky that they do that. No matter how much they try and push you towards something, it doesn't mean you're going to drink from it like a horse. You can bring the horse to the water, but it doesn't mean it's going to drink from it. And that was the same thing that I've grown up with, and that means that for me, that anyone else's opinion, anyone else's expectations doesn't matter to me. That was the thing. But if there was expectations, it was actually from people who didn't go to church. So when I'd say that I go to church, they'd say, oh, doesn't that mean you can't wear things past here, or doesn't that mean that you can't say certain things, you can't see certain things? And I'm like, no. But I think that in itself is a bit of a blessing, because you can change the perception that they have on church, and you can be that that example of church, whether you like it or not. You're an example. If you say that you work for God, then inevitably they're going to look at you for who God is, and that can be daunting sometimes, and that's an expectation I put on myself. Not anyone else has done that for me, but how has it affected me? Built me stronger, I guess. Yeah. Now that I know the responsibility and the weight of what I know holds, then that's what it does. Anyway, Shamini has a question, and it's a pretty deep question. Do you know your purpose, Graham?
Destiny, do you know your purpose?
My purpose? I don't know exactly. All I know is it is walking with God, saving people. I don't know, just doing the business, like what Pastor's been preaching lately. Get over all your past things and let's just roll right now. should have been rolling. So yeah, let's roll, guys. Rolling. Yeah. Sorry guys, we're having something.
Keep talking.
More to my purpose. Rani asked, when you were a kid, what did you want to be?
When I was a kid, Rani, thanks for answering that. Asking that. I wanted to be a policeman. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I wanted to be when I was a policeman.
He always used to bring torches and lasers to school. He still has them, but he brought like a police torch once.
You guys want to know the story why I have torches and lasers? You guys want to know the story why? The reason why I love my torches and lasers and lights is I'm just fascinated by it, about them. I'll be honest. Yep, all you Christians out there, I was scared of the dark. I don't like scary movies. You try putting a scary movie on, I'll either be trying to talk you out of it, or I'll be trying to close my eyes, or I'll be just trying to avoid it as much as possible. But that's why I love my torches. That was the light. I felt that connection of everything.
Okay, Mr. Policeman.
Read the comments. Sorry, guys.
What did you want to be when you were a kid?
I think, sorry, Chum, that we just skimmed past your question, but I think it ties in with this one the same. But for me, both my purpose and what I wanted to be, I have no idea. I never did in school. I still don't. That actually led me down a really dark path. The fact that people, when you're in grade 11 and 12, that's the first question anyone asks you is, what do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to do when you leave school? That's a hard question. That's why I don't ask anyone that question, because it can be, you're 17, 16. You're not meant to know everything in life. And I'd like it to be a bit conspiracy. I think it's like a government's way of trying to get people into their system. But yeah, when you're young and you don't know what to do, that's okay. And that's something that I had to figure out on my own in a lot of wrong ways. But not knowing what you want to do gives you freedom to try things. And that's why serving in the church does a lot for people, because they're able to try different things and see what, makes their heart skip a beat. And that's why I'm so glad that I'm in church and I get to try these things and figure it out on the way. And a lot of people, I'm 20, I never went to uni. I tried so many different jobs, but that doesn't make my life any less than my friends who go to uni and know what they want to do in school. And I'll tell you too, all the people in school who knew what they wanted to do all dropped out of their course or of uni altogether. It legit doesn't matter. What you want to do when you're little and what you want to do now could be two completely different things. So don't put any pressure on yourself to try and figure those things out, and try to take your time. You've got a whole lifetime ahead. And in terms of your purpose, that kind of goes the same hand in hand. You get to try all these things out, when you serve in church, when you try different jobs, you find what gives you peace. For me, it's clothing at the moment, or self-development, I think, gives me peace. Working on myself and trying to express myself through what I wear gives me peace. And that can be questionable to some people, why is that a thing? But if you try things, you'll find out that it's not always going to be conventional. So sorry that my answers are so long. Graham.
We have quite a few questions in the comments, so I'll just read them out and we can just answer it, even if it's just one of us. From Leroy the King. As teens/young adults who have grown up in church culture, what would your encouragement be to young people outside of this lifestyle to come along to youth or church and make it a part of their lives?
That's a good question.
That's a really good question that I think Breean wants to answer.
My encouragement, if you're in church, stay. don't leave. That's what I did. Dumbest decision ever. Don't leave, just stay. If I had stayed, I would have been so much further ahead than I am now. But if you're looking to come to church, or you're not looking and like you look at us a bit sideways and you're like, why would I do that? Why would I give up the life I have for this life? You'll find that when you step into this, it's a different joy you feel. So, different joy to drinking. You go out drinking, it's very temporary. And I say very temporary because it literally lasts only until you stop being drunk, that happiness. So when you come into this, you step into this, it's so much harder. And that's a stereotype I think that people have, is that when people go to church, they live like an easy, peaceful, blissful life because God's with them every step of the way. That doesn't make it any easier. It makes it harder because you have to give up all the temptations that anyone else would just give in to. What was the question again? Sorry. Oh yeah, if you want to come into church, everyone does. Whether you know it or not, you've got an unsettling recklessness in you, and that will definitely be answered if you just search for God. So just come, let go of your pride and just come.
Janice, if someone struggling to come to church is battling the same mindset Graham has with the gym, it's been hard to change. What advice could you give them? I think Destiny can answer.
If someone struggling to come to church is battling the same mindset Graham has with the gym, what advice could you give them? Find a person that you can talk to and trust and like share what you're going through or how you're feeling, and find you that one person, and don't think that everyone is gonna be like a certain way, because everyone's different. You're not going to click with people you may want to click with or anything like that, but find your person, get close with them, talk to them, and hopefully your journey will start from there.
Another question we have is coming as an it's not a question, from Olivia. Coming as an outsider into church and youth, the connection and friendships you make with everyone are the best. Yes, it is. It's hard at first, but everyone is so welcoming. About that, yes, I agree. But if you are new, I know there's a few new people at our watch parties, and even if your parents or if you heard our notices on Sunday, yeah, that was me. That nice looking, handsome young guy right here. That was me. Anyway, about that, I'm very welcoming. So if you ever see me, don't ever be all of us, but me. I'm always around. I'm probably the loudest guy out there, so you will not go past me. You'll see me at church. I'm everywhere. You'll see me, everywhere. But if you do see me and you are too shy, I will say hi to you. Come have a conversation with me. If I am busy, I'll probably be like, can we just catch up another time? But that is only if I'm busy. Majority of the time, I am not. But hey, I'm welcoming. I like to talk with new people. I like to greet people and get them into our youth and know our culture. What's your dream job, guys?
Not to have one. I don't want to work, and that takes a lot of hard work. So if you want to not work, you got to work towards that, and that's legit. Like, I wish I could never ever work. That would be amazing. But if I'm being legit, probably something to do with fashion.
Good answer. But for me, honestly, during school, I'll be honest. During school, I wanted to be a chef, and I wanted to be a chef on a cruise ship and travel the world at the same time. I loved cooking in school. I was like, I was the best chef. I was the best chef in class. You probably think I talk up myself, but that's because it's true and it's facts. I was the best cook. I was the best leader. Anyway, going off track. But my dream job was to be a chef on a cruise ship and travel the world. That was my dream. After graduating from school, that dream has deteriorated. To the point where, honestly, I'm not lost, but I need a better job than KFC. So I'm going to be realistic out here. If you have a job for me, hit me up, guys. Hit me up. Graham Stubbing, message me. I'm looking for a job. KFC, here's my 2 weeks. Nah. Anyway, if you guys know, I'll
He's getting kicked off the mic because he's talking too much.
Fired before he quit.
My dream job when I was younger, it would have been like to be a nurse or a doctor.
You would be really good at that.
Thank you.
Really good.
Or like a detective. I love crime stuff. But yeah, that was mine. Jonah asked a question, what are you most passionate about other than church and your walk with God?
I think I mentioned mine before, but like personal development and fashion. I think in terms of like gifting, probably seeing people succeed, and like I don't want any credit from that, but if I can help someone, that would make my heart skip a beat.
Skip a beat when I see you on the weekend.
What's the question? Is there a question? What question I'm answering? Or was that the last one?
No, Jonah asked what else.
What is passion outside of church? I don't know. No, we'll just skip the next question. Sorry.
Thank you for your question, though.
Thanks for your question there, Jonah. And all you viewers and watchers out there, what do you think makes teens decide to leave? What do you think youth church can offer for a teen on the fence about staying or leaving? That's a good question, really good question. A lot of the questions are good, but I don't want to say the wrong thing.
I think in terms of that, it's up to us as a youth. So like, when you see people who are attractive, you're obviously going to, I don't mean romantically, but like when you see someone who's achieving and doing well, and you can see that there's something in their life that's going for them, you want to follow that. And I think that for someone who's on the fence, that's up to the youth to push harder and succeed more, so that they can show someone the way, so that they've got no choice but to choose what's best. Also, we had a question before from Shayana? No, hang on. We did have one from her. I didn't want to skip her one because it was good. If you could give your teen self one piece of advice, patience, and do not compare yourself to anyone's situation. Like what you do in your walk is going to be totally different to anyone else's. You have to follow what your heart is telling you to follow. You have to keep going through your own thing, and it's hard, it's not easy, because left and right there's so many people. But if you just keep sticking to that and just not focus on yourself, but focus on God, you'll be able to find the right way to go, because he's always right. And great.
The last question. This is our last question for the night, guys, and then we're going to get on to the rest of our night. The last. Can you just skip? Which one? Bottom one. What's one of your strongest gifts, and what's a random fact about yourself? Ooh, okay. One of my strongest gifts. I love leading. I like taking the opportunity to do anything that's been given to me, assigned to me, asked. I will take it, and I'll give it with the best of my abilities. Like I will not take it lightly, is what I'll say. Like I go all, when I'm in, I go all in, to the point where I give up, which I won't. What was the other part of the question, sorry? And what was a random fact, was it? A random fact. Shucks. There's so many random things about me. I'll come back to me. I'll think about it.
One of my strongest gift. I don't know what my strongest gift is, but I do love hanging out with people like spending time with people that will. I love giving my time to people who will give their time with me, and
I
people
agree.
close to me, and I love hanging out. So if you want to hang out,
Hit me up. My name
and
is
a
Destiny.
random. Sure, this is not a dating.
Sorry.
I
like long walks on the beach.
A random fact. A random fact.
Random.
I'm named after the church.
Oh
Next. Random fact. I'm named
She's
after
named
the
after the
church.
church. For me, my gift, I'm still trying to figure it out, but I think like I can talk pretty good sometimes.
Very well.
And a random fact about me, it's not random, but I love BTS. Stream BTS. They've got a new song come out called Permission to Dance, and you should watch it.
Woo! Anyway, have you guys noticed what we got on our feet?
Wait, no, sorry, I'm going back to my random fact. My random fact is I'm a good dancer. I'm a really good dancer.
Belly dancer.
Yeah, I like to watch my Bollywood movies. Well, my mum did, and I just watched it. Anyways, that all that stuff. That's where I got the initiation of my looks. Talk about yes. Well, if you don't know, and the reason why we got these socks on. Apparently, it was decided from our producers that we had to wear a funky socks. The only funky socks I had, guys, was Sky Zone socks. But hey, I'm gonna explain, because we're gonna explain what individual socks are. My one, Sky Zone socks. To Jonah, I remember him saying they're hospital socks. The best things about this socks is it's got grip under the bottom. See, these are good socks. So if I was about to walk across, you'll hear that.
ASMR.
Sorry?
No. I would have to move the mic.
Yeah, it's got good grip. So guys, tell me about it. It's the best socks. At the end of this, you're going to be voting on the Insta stories.
But guys, just remember that in our little chat, we said funky socks.
These are funky socks,
ugly
guys.
Socks.
These are funky socks.
True. But
Hey, I'm argumentative and I'm all about winning, but hey, these are funky socks.
I think you do win tonight.
Mine are from Destiny's Closet. Because I did not have any funky socks, nor did I have time to get any funky socks. But Rewired represent.
The hair hanging.
These are the Rewired socks. These are as funky as it gets. Vote for Rewired.
Yes. And mine, is this
Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty, eh? Thanks to Bailey. Bailey is
Shout
my
out
new
to
roommate.
Bailey.
He let me borrow his socks, and I think I won because they're the coolest socks compared to everyone else. But our producers have socks too,
Oh yeah.
if they wanted to come share or not. But
Show us your feet.
show us your socks. It'll be on the
Anyway,
stories.
all of yous now
And-
jump on your
Yes.
phone and go onto Youth Nation AU on Instagram and vote. After this,
Once the live ends, go vote who's got the best socks. Obviously me. So yeah.
yes. Anyway, in the comments, I would like you guys all to say how much you guys enjoyed this night, or if you guys didn't, leave us a quick review.
We love the criticism,
We're about
good
to.
and
Oh yes, we're about to announce the winners of our masks. Our 3 masks. All right, our first mask. You want me to give it? Yeah, our first mask giveaway. Drum roll goes to Olivia Hurst. Olivia Hurst, you'll be getting one of our Say Word custom-made mask. We're all about that COVID-19 environment. So there you go. Our second prize giveaway. Can we have a drum roll, please, guys?
He's got it himself.
Rex Walter. Is it- Rex Walter?
That's what.
Russell. Rex Russell. Sorry, my brother Rex.
Maximus.
Rex. Hey, give it up for Rex, guys. Hey. And our last but not least, our third giveaway to the brother that is going to be coming back next week on next week Friday. Our brother Mason Walters. Anyways, congratulations to our 3 giveaways.
And we will see you.
Thank you all for commenting. We were all really, really nervous, so you guys made it a lot more comfortable, and I just love y'all.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. We hope you enjoyed our first episode. We'll see you next month. Peace out. We love you. Let's end it. Let's end it. Don't